Always check your Pikachu. Always check your drink or two. It's true. I mean, they're there for a reason. I did this one video and notice at the end of it that Pika is showing you his hind parts the entire time, and I totally spaced on it. Yeah, I published it, but still, I mean, you don't tune in to see Pika mooning you. We tuned in to talk about comic books. Hey there, it's time once again for the golden age of DC Comics, 365 days, where I take this beloved coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. This has been surfing my coffee table ever since and has been a constant source of comic book shop style conversations, the kind I wish to recreate today, right now, with you. I'm going to wet my whistle. We're going to talk comic books. Pull up a chair to the coffee table. Bring a cup of whatever you'd like. There is room for you here. Let us know in the comment sections. Chime in. You are part of this conversation. This is great. We've been talking about comic books all year long. We have. And we're just going to keep doing it. That's, you keep showing up. We'll keep talking about comic books. I promise. I use this book for its intended purpose. We're going to open up to today's date, which is November the 29th. We're going to look at some comic book art of an antediluvian age, way back in the 20th century. We're going to read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. That's right. Turn on those notifications. It's a great way to learn how to tell time. Seriously, once you'll figure it out. It must be 3 o'clock Eastern in the United States. What is this time thing? It makes sense to me. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope that you're clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them over and out. Oh, this is a cute one. I'm really liking this. I like today's subject a lot. I am... Pika, where are my show notes? You need to do your, you know what I mean? Oh, you're unionizing? You need to, wow, okay. Well, I'll meet you at the negotiation table then. This is art by Alex Toth. Hello. I love it when Alex Toth comes up. He's the Super Friends. I mean, hello. This is from the cover of Comic Cavalcade number 23. October, November of 1947. This went for 15 cents. So this went from, there was a price jump from 10 to 12 cents. But this one must be a bigger comic book for 15 cents. Look at that. Pens to see 3 celebrities, which is misspelled but ain't that cute. Ain't that cute? I love this. Look, I like the expressions in all 3 heroes' faces. I like, it's just from here we can only, nitpick it and tear it apart for its for what we don't agree with its modernity. No, we're not going to. This is art by Alex Toth from the cover of Comic Cavalcade number 23, October, November, 1947. Today is November the 29th. Kids enjoyed playing superhero. A girl wearing red rubber boots or a boy with a towel wrapped around his neck could shuck off their secret identities as grammar school students and stand revealed in all their glory. On this cover, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and The Flash lean over a fence to enjoy the performance of their youthful imitators. Let's look at this once again. I like this art. I love this. This captures a spirit. Really does. The spirit of cosplay, of costumed play. What is cosplay? We're going to get into that. Cosplay is huge in our comic book culture. It's gotten bigger and bigger every year. I identify as a cosplayer. I do. Not a LARPer. No, I don't LARP. I've got nothing against LARPers either. Why would I? I mean, but I do identify as a cosplayer. That's more than just a background. That's a leather biker jacket that's modeled it's actually well designed. The back of it looks like a Joe Simon, Jack Kirby cap, and the front of it has accents that resemble Avengers 1 from 2012. I got that about 2014 or so. Me and Peter, who got me this book, we were walking down West 72nd Street up to Central Park West. We were in Manhattan for a few days and hanging out. I saw this kid walking down the street with this Captain America leather jacket. I had one within that year because I was like, yeah. I was like, only in New York, right? And that shield, it's very practical. It's a JanSport backpack. It's actually its straps have started to deteriorate. I mean, I hadn't worn it in years, and it's suffering from entropy. Let's see if it's coming to my next cosplay, because I kind of got this like weird, the pleather turned to dust. There's actually a clamshell, and you can put stuff in there. I had my boots in there, my flip-flops, and eventually I folded up the jacket and put it in there too. It was a pretty tight fit, but also there was a room for a couple of back issues I got from the from some of the vendors. I am a Captain America cosplayer. I got red boots to go with that. I got red gloves in there. I've got the movie and a comic book style cowl. They all hide out inside the clamshell shield. I also have a Thor's Mjolnir, so I could at this past Comic-Con, the Fan Expo Boston 2022, I went as Endgame Captain America with Mjolnir. That was just very fun. And I also have a full Robin cosplay. It's got green shorts. It's got a yellow cape. It's got a green domino mask. I took a red V-neck sweater and I ironed on these yellow bars to emulate the laces. I got a Robin R iron on, put that on too. It wasn't the blocky font of the classic that I wanted. It was the swoosh 90s Tim Drake reboot Robin R. You got to go with what you can get. But and I got green gloves, and it's it's meant to emulate Burt Ward's 1966 Batman's Robin. Pretty much. It's got bright primary colors, and it doesn't look weaponized at all. It looks like it's a fun cosplay. It really is. And it's pretty light too, material-wise. I'm definitely going to be wearing that the upcoming year. I've gone to I went to 3 cons last year, 3 conventions. I went to the Wicked Comic-Con in Boston in April. I went to Kineticon in July 2022. That was in Hartford. That was not even comic books. That was anime, gaming, and a lot of cosplayers. I was really impressed. One of my favorite things to do at a convention is to go up to a cosplayer and say, "You look amazing. You look great." I mean, I'm like this in public too. Seriously, I love going. Excuse me, but what is your cosplay? I mean, like, there's so many different characters out there you've never even heard of, especially when it comes to anime and manga. There's a huge galaxy is waiting for you to ask someone, like, "Hey, who are you dressed up as?" It's cosplay is great. And then came August's Fan Expo, which was great because I got to meet a bunch of people from the Fellowship, the local New England chapter of our Fellowship of the Fandoms. We call it the NERD, the New England Revolutionary Deployment, or something like that. The Revolution, the Rebellion. Actually, we're the Rebellion, detachment. The New England or the Northeast Rebellion Detachment. That's all hail Drunk 3PO. Hi, Drunk 3PO. Hi, Jay. Long live the rebellion. I mean, seriously. And I'm going to maybe 4 cons at least this year, perhaps. And if you're paying attention, if you want to hang out, be part of the Northeast Rebellion Detachment, be an NERD with us. I will be going to Wicked Comic-Con Boston, April 22nd and 23rd, Saturday and Sunday, at downtown Boston's Heinz Convention Center. That's easily accessible by the MBTA's Green Line. I'll also be going to PAX East. I will be getting a 4-day badge for that. PAX East goes from March 23rd to the 26th. So that will be my first convention this year. I'll be going to PAX East with whomever of the NERD is going. I hear a few of us are going. So it's always a good excuse to meet your gang of geeks. It really is. It's so fun. I've made in real life friendships. And that goes from Thursday, March 23rd until Sunday, March 26th. That would be 4 full days of convention. PAX is a gaming expo. But there's a lot of intersectionality when it comes to fandoms and about going to cons and going in cosplay to cons. I just want to go to cons and be with my people. Seriously. I love that. There will be Fan Expo Boston 2023, which will be down at the Seaport once again. That's going to be August 4th, 5th, and 6th of 2023. And I'll be getting tickets for that soon. I'm going to get a weekend. That was great. I might even get the VIP pass this time so I can get some autographs. You never know. I've never been an autograph hunter. I've been more of a diver of comic book long boxes and an admirer of all the scale 1/1 scale weaponry that's available now. There's so many swords that are just like produced that are, they're fun. They're props. Look, I have a lightsaber. I almost spent $1,000 on a lightsaber at Kineticon. I was I was tempted by the dark side of the Force. I really was. This guy had a pitch perfect Palpatine lightsaber hilt from Revenge of the Sith. You know, the gold accented one with the horn on the butt. The red lightsaber, he comes out of his sleeve. You know, seriously, in the book, there's a great setup to that. The statue that was in Palpatine's office all that time, it held that lightsaber in it, just to be waiting for that day. Yeah, it was really cool. And so yeah, I'll be going to Fan Expo Boston. I will say I'm on the fence right now, 50-50. I will be going to Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. August 31st, September 4th, 2023. And also, Connecticon. I call it Connecticon because I'm teasing, my friend Dr. Rachel Lindbergh, who goes, it's Connecticon. I know, it's Connecticon. I'm just being an ass. Connecticon is July 20th to the 23rd, and I might be going again. Connecticut's longest running pop culture convention. It was located in beautiful, scenic downtown Hartford. Oh, man. I had a blast, though. I really did. I had no idea what I was getting into, and I was blessed to have Dr. Rachel include me in her gang and goings on. And I got to see Brightest Day and Macklin Made It. We all got to meet up for lunch one day, and it was really fun. I really, so that would be 5, wouldn't it? So it would be, we got PAX East, March 23rd to 26th. This is my itinerary. Hit me up on social media if you want in. We'll be also, I'm talking to the NERD about this. So that's PAX East, March, and the end of March. We've got Wicked Comic Con, Boston, at the end of April, 22nd to the 23rd, that weekend. Got Fan Expo, and then Connecticon is in July 20th to the 23rd. I went all weekend. That was fun. It was expensive, that hotel room, but hey, it was worth it. August 4th August 4th, 5th, and 6th of 2023, we've got Fan Expo Boston down at the Seaport. Let's see if we can get at that table of 16 again. That was great. There were 16 of us at a barbecue supper. Thomas Gilkey, you put that together. Thank you, Gilkey. The Gilkinator. He's awesome. He's like, he's like the Batman of this Justice League. I will happily be Flash. And then we got Dragon Con, August 31st through September 4th. That's going to be pricey, but I think I could do that. I have a friend who lives in Atlanta, and she was like, you can stay with me, and now I have delusions of grandeur. I would love to go to 5 conventions this year and to see all the cosplay. And here, yeah, I almost forgot. Cosplay, the history of cosplay. Now, this goes back into what we're talking about. Comic books of the Golden Age. This was a result of newspaper strips that preceded this. So comic books were new stories that weren't available in newspapers for the most part. And but what came before the Golden Age was the Platinum Age of that's defined in the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. Okay, that was the Platinum Age runs between 1883 and 1938. So the Platinum Age has to include all the newspaper strips that led up to the beginning of the Golden Age. And so this is just great about it's fan costuming, fan play, cosplay, costume play, where you dress up as your favorite characters. And this is great. Okay, the first cosplay documented was based on A.D. Condo's science fiction comic strip character, Mr. Skyjack from Mars. Mr. Skyjack from Mars was a comic strip by American cartoonist A.D. Condo. It appeared in the Chicago Daybook, a Chicago working class newspaper, from October 2nd to 1907. From October 2nd, 1907 to April of 1911. Oh, about 3.5 years. In about 400 comic strips and single panels. Like much of Condo's work in the period, Mr. Skyjack's feature was syndicated and appeared in many other newspapers, including the Seattle Star, the Milwaukee Journal, the Spokane Press, the Pittsburgh Press, the Tacoma Times, and the Duluth Daily Star. Mr. Skyjack from Mars is also considered the first science fiction comic strip, featuring the first extraterrestrial character in the history of comics. I'm reading this, you guessed it, from the wiki. It also gave rise to the first recorded sci-fi cosplay, when a Mr. William Fell was reported wearing a Mr. Skyjack costume to a 1908 masquerade. He won first prize, apparently. Way to go, Mr. Fell. Cheers for the 21st century and the beneficiary of your inspiration. That just cosplayers. It's been going on for over a century. It's probably was going on a lot earlier. With pots and pans on heads and sticks as swords and things such as that, But what do you think? We've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here about comic books. We make regular content here about cooking. I'm a professional chef. I share techniques and hacks. We'll hopefully be doing it more and more. I just invested in a second camera, a GoPro with a noggin strap. I can put it here, and I can use my hands and give a first person point of view doing cooking demos. Doesn't that sound spectacular? Are you hungry yet? I am. I make regular content about purpose and about gratitude. That's actually resonated with people. I mean, I'm into that. I'm here for that. And I hope you're here for that too. So come aboard. There's room for everybody. Thank you so much. Namaste. Good luck. God bless. And we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Okay. Bye-bye. Ciao.